viewers, Rectangular back with another haul video. This time we have some very odd shaped items here. These are plastic Easter eggs that I needed for custom. If you've seen one of my previous videos, I showed that I had the movie series Hulkbuster Iron Man, which basically is just the Ironmonger Iron Man with the red and gold colors, and I needed something to put over the top to make a more dome-shaped helmet, something that I could sculpt eye holes into the front of, and that I could cut to fit properly. So I got these off of eBay from a Chinese seller. I think it was like $2 for 6 of them. Don't really think I needed quite so many. I think I was just trying to order 3. It was kind of hard to understand what the quantities, and they might have actually just sent me some extras, but it was only cost me a couple bucks, and I know I needed at least a few in case I screwed it up. And I think that they're going to work. The dome piece is a little bit on the large size as far as what I need it to do, but I think if I just cut about 1 centimeter off, it will it'll look okay. The actual Hulkbuster helmet is a little bit less concave, so it'll be, you know, it's a little less dramatic of a slope or angle. So maybe I'll be able to find something that'll work a little better, but you know, I'm gonna try this and see if I can get it to work if it doesn't look too ridiculous. I'm gonna grab the figure and stick it on there so you can get a better idea of what I'm shooting for. So that gives you just a basic understanding of what I'm going for. As you can see, it's a little bit too tall, too dome shaped, so I'm gonna try just cutting about 1 centimeter off the bottom edge and see if that will work. I might need to remove I'll probably end up removing the head that's on there anyway and putting a Tony Stark head in there, or just having a peg that I can put a Tony Stark head on there, so if I want to flip up the top of the dome so you can expose Tony in there, that might work a little better. And the head that's in there might be a little bit taller, so once I make that modification, I might be able to cut this even more so it will look even closer to the original Hulkbuster armor. Alright, let me know what you guys think, and let's move on to the next item. Next up, we have the Marvel Legends Pyro on the left and the variant Bullseye with the angry face, both from Toy Biz. And these are in very good condition. It doesn't look like they've been messed with a lot. The only thing I noticed is that the Pyro has some paint touch up at his feet, which is fine. I'm not going to be using him very often. And the Bullseye is in really good condition. Didn't notice anything. He's got a little scuff back here, but otherwise really good. Oh, I noticed that the wrist was starting to separate a little bit, and I popped that back into place. But otherwise, these are in really good condition. Nice stiff joints. I know the ankle rocker on this boot is a little stiff, so hopefully I can heat it up and get it working. This thing's got a really nice like silvery glitter on his costume, which the other one doesn't. The other one's got just a flat blue wash, so it's kind of cool. I definitely wanted the angry face version for certain scenes where he's either hurting somebody or getting hurt by somebody else. And Pyro, you will see later in the video why I wanted him. It's a pretty cool figure. I always thought it was kind of goofy, but it's got nice articulation. And I was able to snag these both in a trade on Facebook with a gentleman who wanted one of my parts for MODOK, the right arm that I was just trying to get rid of. And normally I don't do a whole lot of trades. He wanted $10 for Pyro shipped and $13 for Bullseye shipped. So I guess he wanted the part pretty bad. He traded me both these guys, and felt like I was kind of taking advantage of him, so I threw in a couple of legs for the Brood Queen Build-A-Figure, and usually those only go for a couple bucks each, so I think it was a pretty fair deal. I don't think he was trying to build the Brood Queen Baff, but he can always sell them or trade them to somebody else. That's it for these guys. Let's go ahead and check out what else I got. Here we have the Return of Marvel Legends Mystique that I got off of eBay, and I was lucky enough to get this for less than retail with shipping included, so really happy about that. The main reason I got this is to, since many of you know I'm not trying to collect X-Men per se. Main reason I got her was to complete one of my team of villains, or come close to it. And I originally had her when I bought the entire case of this wave, and all I kept was the Punisher and the Doctor Doom, and then I actually got the Doctor Doom separately as well, because I didn't know which Doom we were going to be getting, and I sold her and the entire wave except for the Punisher. So felt kind of silly buying her again, but yeah, she does come with some pretty nice weapons, and I really dislike the head sculpt on this figure, so I'm going to modify the classic Mystique head and swap that out with this one, and yeah, she's gonna look cool with the rest of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants that I have collected so far. So let's go ahead and move on to the next item. Speaking of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, we have the very cool Blob Build-A-Figure, and not a member of that evil team, we have Face-Off Captain America masked version, and I've been excited all week to show these guys off. Not only are they extremely cool figures, but I got an amazing deal on them. A gentleman on Facebook was selling these and just happened to be probably one of the first people to contact him, and typically you're going to pay about $45 to $65 and up with shipping for each of these figures, and combined I got them for $55 shipped, so I was very happy to make that happen. I've actually been selling parts of the Blob for a while now, and I still have just one of his arms left, so let me know if you are looking for that, because I obviously don't need it. And this Face-Off Captain America is actually in better condition than the one I got from Mindless Spot Tube, which I've since done a paint refresh on. This one needs some minor touch-up, but not nearly as much as that other one. But they're both in really good condition. Actually, this one has even better joints and paint. Only flaw is the A on his mask is a little bit off center, so I haven't decided if I'm going to try and repaint that, because I know how difficult it's going to be to try to get that right. But otherwise, he's in great condition. Only problem with Blob is little paint scuff there on the yellow on his waist, and I think that's it. Otherwise, really cool figure. So now I have all the heavy hitters of the Brotherhood now. So not even being a collector of X-Men, he's still very cool to have. And I wanted him even more after seeing John Connor's picture of Blob raiding the fridge and Blob smashing Spider-Man. So I know that he has had run-ins with members of different teams over the years, so I'm really excited to take some shots with him and have at least one more team of evil characters. So in order to pass on to the community, I figured I would offer one of my unmasked Face-Off Captain Americas as an alternate prize if you wanted the Ultimate Captain America that I have in my my contest as a prize, and you were paying attention to my video. I listed that as an annotation that I'm gonna throw that in the mix of prizes as well, and I'll have painted head sculpts, so you'll be able to swap heads, make your Face-Off Captain America either masked or unmasked. So that'll be a kind of like a custom or kit bash. So I think a lot of people will be interested in that. And just to summarize some more information about my contest, some people were inquiring when exactly the deadline is going to be, and basically once the submissions for round 4 of the World Tournament are over, then basically you'll have 1 week from that date to get your entry for my contest in. So I don't know when the tournament's going to be over, but I'd say a good guess is probably the second weekend in August. And depending on how things are going, I might just make that the deadline, just so people aren't left in the dark and scrambling at the last minute. But if you have any questions on my contest, feel free to send me a private message. Again, you'll have the option of, if you don't want to do a video, I know a lot of people are kind of getting burnt out on doing video, so I did give that as an option to do a photo montage. The only stipulation to that is that your setup, your diorama or your background cannot change. You can move the camera and your figures, but your display has to remain the same. And yeah, if you have any other questions about the contest, feel free to hit me up, and I'll be happy to explain it as best I can. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and thanks for all the new viewers. Hopefully you guys like the video, share with your friends, and I would love to hear back from you, so please leave a comment below. And just remember to subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you want to enter the contest. That's one of the rules. You have to be subscribed. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Talk to you guys later.